Hello, hello. How's everyone doing tonight? By a round of applause, give a little clap. Good looking crowd tonight. So I'm just gonna dive right into this. Easter was obviously on Sunday. Day before, went to the grocery store to pick up last few items, and I went down this aisle and I ran across this gem. And this is completely true. It's made by Heinz, and it is called Spotted Dick Sponge Pudding, right? You've heard of it, okay. I had no idea what the hell it was. And I thought, you know, how hard would it be to have a commercial for this company, you know? Like, tired of regular dick? Try Spotted Dick Sponge Pudding by Heinz. It's good to the last drop. Or how about Spotted Dick Sponge Pudding? Better than Drippy Dick by a 2-to-1 margin. And you know what? Screw it. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna open up a restaurant, and the only thing I'm gonna serve is Spotted Dick Sponge Pudding with a topping of kumquats. Just so the people ordering, I can look at their face and see how awkward it is when they say, could I have the Spotted Dick Sponge Pudding with the kumquat glaze on top? Yes, you can, and it may take 1.5 to 2 minutes. I think that's enough dick jokes for tonight. But honestly, I have one more dick joke. If I ever did have a kid, I would get him addicted to this, or her. I'm not sexist. And then when they went over to their friend's house for the first sleepover, and the parents said, "What would you like to have for dessert?" And they go, "Can I have some spotted dick?" Can't wait for that phone call from child services. So I'm sure we heard that Subway has gotten into a lot of heat lately. Apparently they have been injecting a fluid into their bread that they make yoga mats with. Yeah, well, if they could only take out the chemical that they put rubber in their meat, they might be working with something. You know, Subway people, they kind of take their job seriously. You know, like what do you do? Well, I'm a sandwich artist. I'm a sandwich artiste. Really? You put 3 slices of rubber in between 2 yoga mats, and you call that art? Way to go, Picasso. Working that. So my family recently gave me an invitation to this year's family reunion. And if it's anything like last year's family reunion, I should be in for a treat. Last year I was bombarded with questions of why I wasn't married and didn't have kids. In fact, one of my creepier uncles took me aside and said, "Matt, why aren't you married? You know, why aren't you popping out babies with somebody like your cousin's wife over there?" Look over, and sure enough, she has one of her 3 babies on one tit. The other 2 are literally punching each other in the face trying to get at the other one. And I thought, those aren't tits anymore. Tits are voluptuous, sexy. These were more like teats. Almost like cow udders. And I'm not quite sure what was more disturbing. My uncle pointing out my cousin's wife's tits, or the fact I saw 2 babies punching each other in the face. The whole thing looked like a white trash National Geographic picture. So this year, I got a surprise for everybody. I'm dating a woman that has not only 1, but 3 kids. And her youngest one has Tourette's. Wait till we pull up. I was gonna set the doors open and tell him to go introduce himself and watch the offending begin. So I've been in a relationship for a couple years now, and I can tell you, I figured out why people who are single get back into a relationship. So the person they're with previous is so crazy and psycho, it literally pushes them back into a relationship. Well, this is my story. I went out one night, I met a lady, we had a couple of drinks. I habitually lied to her all night. Things were going perfect until we decided to go to my place. And that's when it took a drastic turn. So me and this chick were making out. She stopped me. She says, Matt, look, I just want to tell you, I like rough sex. In my head, I think, she probably just likes her hair pulled, maybe a little slap on the butt. I got you. And then she literally motions, do you want me to? And I thought, whoa, I have never been approached like this. I was appalled also. I have never been approached like this. So I said, wait, are you trying to ask me if I want to watch you stick your tongue through your cheek? Because if you are, I think I'm good. She said, no. Do you want fellatio? I said, hey, nobody talks to me like that in my house. Until I remember what fellatio meant, and I said, sure, I got a couple of minutes. So as this fallacious woman begins the fellatio, she pops up, and in one ninja death move, grabs my necklace, rips it off my neck, slaps me in the face and says, I told you I liked it rough. Now guys, as you're sitting there with your face throbbing and your necklace broke on the couch, you have one of two options. First one, fall to the floor in a fetal position and start crying. Second one, gut checker and say, ironically, I like rough sex too. You'll all be happy to know I fell to the floor in a fetal position and started crying. So my parents recently bought a lake place in Keystone Heights. And have you ever met that person or a group of people when you think, how in the hell has their family gene lasted this long? I mean, through sheer process of elimination, their family history should have been wiped off years ago. Well, I met a whole family like this. So my parents wanted to be neighborly and introduce themselves. So we go next door to the first people's house, no one's there. Second one, people in the backyard, I walk up, a little boy approaches me about 11 or 12, and I say, hey buddy, how are you doing? The little kid looks at me and says, how'd you know my name? I went, wow, you really named this kid Buddy. So half jokingly I say, let me guess, you got a sister named RD. I'm sorry, you got a sister named Ollie. Says no, I got a brother named RD. I thought, wow, these parents have given these kids zero hope in life of doing anything other than being a mechanic or a fair worker or a mechanic that works at a fair. And I'm pretty sure RD was conceived in some Hardee's parking lot late one night. And then when burdened with the thought of what to name your child, even in Keystone Heights, you can't name them Hardee's. So the thinkers they were dropped the H and the S and just call them Hardy, which would have been cool back in pirate days, because you could have called them RD. But it's 2014, and last time I checked, Buddy and RD were on the top of anyone's baby name list. So I'm gonna leave you this. I was watching TV the other day, and ran across some commercials, and I thought, you know, why are commercials in existence? Especially the tampon commercial. I mean, ladies, seriously, do we think there's a woman in today's society that once a month she ruins her outfit, ruins the seat in her car, and then once a month she has a problem and watches a TV commercial and says, I had no idea they were making tampon commercials. No, it's not happening. Or how about the starving people in whatever third world country they lived in? Y'all seen it. You got some old guys throwing obscure facts like 10 cents a day will feed these people for a year. Or 100 people die every hour in this region due to starvation. Well, I started doing some thinking. And if 100 people die every hour, and there's 24 hours in a day, wouldn't that be 2,400 less mouths you have to worry about feeding? I would say within a week there'd be a smorgasbord of food going around. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Matt. Y'all have a good night tonight.